Georgia Southern Eagles. Reese Davis, along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, will hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. So Georgia Southern's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Fresno State's offense will have first crack at this one. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for the squad.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Martin will throw it. Makes the catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Finding an escape route. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Quick completion to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Looking left. Finds his man. It's Mosley. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. The run inside. It's Thomas. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. The play action fake. Has it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sends it back in motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They go to the wide receiver screen. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Trying to run it in. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Sanchez. Could not make his way to the corner. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's tied. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
It's complete on the right side. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. The Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Just keep slinging it. Moving out to the right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Got a man. It's McClain. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Got it behind the line. It's McClain. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Red pass, it's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Buying some time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Todd. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And the Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the wide receiver. Got a little press. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Keeps it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Mosley. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
to the back. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll run it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mosley. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Thomas. Maybe some room here. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. He's up to 55 yards rushing already here in the 1st half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down, Fresno State. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They've got him in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play.
And that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Makes the catch. It's Larson.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 25 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Ducks who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game inside Paulson Stadium. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Georgia Southern's head coach told me at the half, they have got to consider what they should do here in the second half. Their young quarterback, getting the first start of his career, has struggled here in the first half. They have some decisions to make. I will keep you posted as to the conversations and what I'm seeing on the sideline about how they handle this young player moving forward. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Might have a chance. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. A first down for the offense. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And, man, that's just something you don't want to see a lot of as a defense, man. You don't want that running back getting to the second level where your defensive backs now have to make plays. Those guys are paid to cover. And, yes, they are paid to cover wide receivers, to make sure that they don't get open, not to make tackles consistently. So the defensive line, the linebackers, got to do a better job stopping this run.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, into halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally this drive with their ability to run it.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Martin back to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thomas. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Off play action. Got his man.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Fresno State will have to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working today.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive.
There's a crease. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Hands it off on the counter. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Running into the open space. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback on the keeper. Tried to power it ahead on 4th and 1, and this defense was up to the challenge, and they'll turn it over on downs. Martin will throw it. Flips it out in the flat. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd keeps it himself. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's Thomas. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Takes a handoff. It's Thomas. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Martin back to pass. Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. Gives it on the option. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They'll stop him short on third down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running inside, it's Thomas. Here's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He carried it into the end zone for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still running at the 40. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Pulls it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. The snap sets up to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. Inside the 40. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs! A pick 6.
You really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Ryan, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Stepping to the right. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. With the catch, it's Bradshaw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Pulls it in. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Send the tight end in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the 1st. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. On the move. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. The offense changing the play. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The quick out. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He goes right back to the air. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Larson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami.